right. What's up, everybody? Welcome. Thank you all for being here. My name is Dana Flanagan. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a 25-year sales and marketing expert, and I am here to share with you one of the greatest gifts that I've ever come across, and one of the greatest gifts that I can give you is an opportunity to be able to make money from your phone. And we're going to talk about how you can make consistently 3 to 10,000 plus from your phone every single month by following some simple steps. And why everything else you've probably tried, and if you're a complete beginner, that's totally okay, has failed, right? So we're going to get into it. Let's go. And, you know, there's several ways that you can make money online, right? It's very, very confusing out there. There's a lot of information and there's not a lot of guidance in this crazy world of social media and the online space. So that's what I'm here to help you decipher is what's real, what is the fastest way from point A to point B, and how do you actually make money online without beating your head against the wall or burning out. So stay with me here. That's what this training is about. Why most entrepreneurs stay stuck. And, the low ticket mode is fine. If you want to sell Canva templates for $10 or you want to sell, little fidget things for $15, that's great. But it's a volume game. And eventually you're going to get tired of doing that. If you really want to scale, you want to sell items that are going to give you the most amount of payout for your time, right? So a lot of times you'll see successful people pay to collapse time. And when you're able to up your dollars per hour and be able to get the most out of your time, that's when you're winning. Because a lot of people don't want just more money, but they want more time. They want more time with their kids. They want more memories with their family. They want to be able to do the things that they haven't been able to do. They want to be able to buy Christmas presents and give their kids what they want. They want to be able to breathe easier. And really, that's where digital marketing and affiliate marketing come in. And we're going to show you how to do that here tonight. So, if you've been in the space for a little while, maybe you've tried some low-end courses, maybe you've tried some, little ebooks, things like that. Maybe you've even done some freebies. Maybe you haven't tried anything and you're not sure where to start, and that's okay. But if you've been in the game for a little while, maybe you're tired of wondering where your next sale is going to come from, and you just want a premium business model and not a constant treadmill. You are in the right place. I mentioned to you, I have a 25-year sales and marketing background. I have a huge real estate background. I also have had several successful products on social media. I have several digital products and courses. I've also done affiliate marketing, network marketing. I have some brand deals with some very high names, everyday names that you probably hear in your household. I also do a lot of work in business development for brands like NASCAR, Ritz-Carlton, and the like. So I know what I'm doing. I'm here to help you scale your business. If you're just looking to make a few $100 a month or really make this a home career, this is something that I can help you do with ease. I help Fortune 500 companies scale. I can help you sell online from your phone. So I built a team of over 800 people in just 6 weeks in the network marketing space. I understand that space very well, became #1 in the world with a global company through strategic positioning. And obviously, I don't lack confidence. So that always helps when you're selling. And I've created multiple high impact digital products courses online, and those have taken off as well. And I work with elite clients all over the world. So I have had success in every space possible when it comes to selling. And most of those opportunities I have created from nothing and on my own. And I'm going to teach you how to create those opportunities for yourself as well. So, all right, why this masterclass matters. The market has shifted. I'm sure you guys know AI, every day it's like something new with AI, right? Every day there's some new technology. You always feel like you're catching up. And, you know, you never know, like, should I make a Canva product? Should I go on TikTok shop? Should I try to sell my crafts online? Like, what can I do to make the most amount of money and keep the most amount of time to myself. Potentially, maybe you want to quit a job. Maybe you're tired of your boss. Maybe you've always wanted to start that business and you're just not sure how to do it. And what that leads is when you're on that hamster wheel, it's kind of a race to the bottom, right? So, the when you can make your dollars per hour better and you can make that return on investment much better and you can lower that margin, that's where you're winning. And that's what we're going to teach you how to do. You want to have a sustainable business, not one that's burning you out. When you are burnt out and you're in that perpetual hamster wheel, here's the little wheel right here. That is what I call the burnout loop. All right. And that is where maybe you're posting endless content and you're really tired of just post videos, stories, constantly feeding the algorithm, right? You're just constantly feel like, oh, I'm showing up daily, but I feel invisible. Nobody is looking at my stuff. Nobody's buying what I'm selling. Nobody's interested in what I have to offer. Probably because you don't have premium positioning. You're just another option out there in the huge world of social media. And that leads to low engagement and low conversions. When your message is not clear, your audience doesn't understand how you help them. So, one of the things I teach in my coaching program is how to show up online with clarity and confidence, how to be seen, how to be heard, how to create engaging reels with engaging hooks, valuable content, and a call to action. You need to tell your audience what you want them to do all the time. So you need to tell your audience exactly what you want them to do, right? If they don't know, they're not going to do it. So that's why it's super important for you to be very crystal clear on who you help and how you help someone. That's what we call your brand and your brand messaging. So if you're trying to market yourself or you're starting a new online business, or maybe you are a entrepreneur already and you're trying to get more prospects, more customers, more clients, these are all very important things that you need to be able to scale your business so that you can have consistency and you can have the sales that you're putting all that work in for. I mean, let's be honest. Nobody wants to work that hard to have no results. That is like the most disheartening thing out there. And trust me when I tell you that I have been there. I have been there. I have failed more times than I can probably count, right? So if you feel me, put a one in the chat. I want to know, have you been there and do you feel like totally exhausted with that whole space, right? So I promise you, nobody that's had success has not failed multiple times. We call that failing forward, right? So I see you guys. Thank you guys. A lot of ones there. So you guys feel me, right? So when you are online and you're trying to have consistency, it's super hard when you're focused on low ticket items, unless you have a very clear message and you have a massive audience, because low ticket items require massive volume, right? You need hundreds of thousands of sales to sell a little fidget spinner or whatever it is that you might be marketing, right? It demands constant visibility. If you're a busy person, if you've got if you've got kids, you've got another job, you've got a family, you've got other commitments and things that you need to do, you don't have time to be having a store on TikTok shop behind you selling sneakers, sweatshirts, and shirts and other like hats, because it's just going to take up too much of your time, right? You're trading time for dollars. And when you're trading time for dollars, you don't usually win, right? So that's why if you can really just understand the power that you have from your phone of how you can make thousands of dollars. I mean, there is unlimited income that you can make from your phone. The problem with the lower ticket items is that the margins are really small. If you've ever seen anything online where somebody's selling something fairly inexpensive, right? Maybe it is one of those like, I don't know, it's like a fidget spinner. I don't know why I keep saying this because I just saw one come up and it was like $10. And the creator gets like $1.75 for every sale. That's a lot of sales that you have to make in order to even make it worth your while. And again, it demands the constant visibility. And the buyers don't value the transformation, right? Like, what is that really doing for them? And what exactly are they going to get from that, right? So, is it transformational? People invest in transformation. So, the market has shifted. Sophisticated buyers don't want cheap solutions. They certainly don't want to burn out their time. They want speed, transformation, and certainty. They're willing to invest in the right guide who can get them results faster. It's as simple as that. Success leaves clues, right, guys? Every coach has a coach. I have a coach, I have two, and for two different things. And if you're trying to go it alone, you are going to spend a lot more time figuring it out than you would if you were to align with people that have been there, done that, and are able to show you the path and show you the way. And if you've been out there trying before, and if you're new, I certainly don't want to scare you away. But if you've been out there before and your offers are not selling, there are several reasons. And if you can't get a lot of these correct or in sync with each other, you're going to struggle. And that's just really the long and short of it, because everybody loves the idea of making money online and a get rich quick type of scenario, which they're not, but people see it that way. And unfortunately, it just doesn't work that way, right? So there needs to be some things that are in place that are going to allow you to scale, learn the tools and the systems that you need to grow a business so that you can have that residual income coming in. The whole goal is wealth, guys. Residual income is where it's at. Memberships are where it's at, right? So if you're going to sell one item, you got to go back and go sell it the next day, or you don't have any income that day, right? So think about what you want to do and how you're going to get there. And so why your offers aren't selling, there's several reasons. Your promise isn't clear. Your ideal client or your audience can't immediately understand what specific transformation you deliver or how you're different. When they can't understand how you help them, they are not going to buy from you, right? They have to understand that really quickly, because people's attention span is very small. So they really need to understand in a few seconds even how you help them. It's not about you. It's about them, what they're going to experience when they invest in whatever it is that you're offering. You don't have enough authority. You haven't positioned yourself as the expert and you're blending in with everybody else online. This is one of my favorites. You're selling information instead of transformation. You're listing features and data dumping instead of painting the picture of who they'll become, right? People want to know, I want to know who I'm going to be if I work with you. What's this going to turn me into? Very simple, right? So I always say, if you guys know me and have seen me online, I always say selling is repelling. It's absolutely true. If you are data dumping and information, kind of throwing up information all over the place and listing all these features and benefits, unless that person in your audience understands the transformation that they are going to receive, they are not interested in the features. Okay. So your confidence isn't transferring. If you're hesitant, you're questioning your value, you're like, oh, I'm really sorry. I know it's expensive. Well, if you can't do it today, that's okay. I mean, would you buy from somebody like that? Probably not, right? So your energy and how you command authority with your audience, what does that mean? That you are crystal clear on what it is that you provide, that you are 100% in and invested, right? You don't have your foot like half in the door, like, I kind of like this product, but I kind of sell this too. And if that doesn't work for you, I have this. And no, people want to know 100% certainty that you're going to be their guide and that you're going to hold their hand. Think about the person climbing up the mountain. You reach down, you grab their hand, and you help them up. That's what we're looking at here, right? So you're turning around, you're saying, I got you. I got you. Like, follow me, I know the way, right? Or your positioning is wrong. A lot of times if you guys have bought courses before and you have other products or you've been in this space for a while, you may have bought multiple courses. You may have said, oh, this didn't really work for me. I'm going to go buy this. Oh, that didn't really work. I'm going to go buy this. And most of the time, it is not your product. It is your positioning. So you're not speaking to the right audience. You're not effectively conveying how you help them. Your brand message is off. People don't know who you are, what you do, who you help, and how you help them. It's very simple. So that's what we do here is we help you get all of those things aligned so you are seen as the clear choice in your market every single time. And this is why nothing that you've tried has probably worked, and it's not your fault. There is a lot of throwing spaghetti against the wall to see if it sticks out there. There is a lot of people claiming to be mentors or I'm going to be your coach. That's a very loose word. When somebody literally made one or two sales and now they're going to help you be a multimillionaire, I don't think so. It doesn't happen that way, right? So you really need to be very clear on who you align with, and who you choose to work with can make all the difference on your success or not. So let me show you the new vehicle that actually works. This is the high ticket mindset shift. And it doesn't mean that every single product or program that you sell needs to be some astronomical price, but you need to think like a business owner, and you need to think like somebody that commands thousands, 4 or 5 figures a week, a month, whatever it is that is your goal, right? So high ticket isn't about price. It's about identity, how you see yourself, your value, and your client's outcome. You're having premium positioning, whether your offer is $400 or whether your offer is $800 or whether your offer is $2,000. You command premium positioning, and you always want to come from a point of helping your client or your prospect and solving a problem that they have versus just making another sale. When you help somebody get what they want, you're going to get what you want. So this is what actually sells high ticket. Speed. People want to collapse time, especially those of us in our 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. We don't have time to try to figure it all out, right? We want to know what's the fastest way, the most effective way to get me from point A to point B. If you are willing and coachable and ready to learn, you are the premium person to get started in something like this, even if you've never done it before. If you are coachable and ready, willing, and able, you can do this. Certainty. They need to know that this will work. So you need to have a proven process, your confidence speaks volumes, and testimonials. I have over 40 testimonials on my site. You can go to my website and see what people say about working with me. But that's super important. And if you're new and you're like, oh, I don't have any testimonials, that's okay. Leverage testimonials in the group. When you're in my program, all you have to do is screenshot the comments in our community. Put them up online. People love this program. Come join us, right? So that support means everything. When you try to go it alone, you're not going to have that initially. So when you're doing a higher ticket item and you're marketing a higher ticket item, think about like luxury, right? High ticket means high touch. People want access, guidance, and personalized attention throughout their journey, right? You want to be proactive instead of reactive. I will tell you, a lot of my success was built on customer service and how I treated my clients. I never wanted somebody to feel like they had to chase me down. I was in real estate for a long time. So nobody wants to be chasing their realtor down. I can tell you, a lot of realtors, unfortunately, just wait for their clients to call them. It's the same here. You want to provide support. You want to provide coaching. If you don't do that, that's why it's so great to have a program that you're inviting people into. This is going to require an identity shift. People are not buying information. They're buying who they'll become. Sell the transformation, not the transaction, right? This is what you can expect when you work with me, right? Okay, so your energy and leadership. Premium buyers invest in people who embody who they want to become. You need to, I always say, with clear conviction, show why you're excited about what it is that you offer. Show why you love what you're doing. I don't care if it's your first day marketing XYZ. Why did you get started? Tell people. People love vulnerability because they're watching you. Oh my gosh, you know what, guys? I'm so excited. I just enrolled an XYZ course and I'm going to learn how to be an affiliate marketer for XYZ brand. I can't wait. I love this brand. I buy all my products from them. And I'm so excited that they're actually going to pay me and send me products to try. How cool is that? That would get somebody's attention online, right? It's that simple. When you're unsure of what to post and you're not sure of what you're doing and who you help and why you're doing something, it's going to convey back to your clients. right? So we want to make sure that we're very confident in what we're doing. All right, so the three-part high ticket confidence framework. This works for a lot of things, right? So you want to have clarity, certainty, and communication. Know exactly what you sell and who you serve. Again, your ideal audience. With certainty, believe in your value and your process completely. It doesn't take a lot to plug in and do some research on what it is that you offer. This goes for network marketing, affiliate marketers, digital marketers, realtors, life insurance agents, insurance reps. I could go on. Know your product inside and out. It is so important to be able to effectively convey exactly what this does and what the transformation will be when that person either purchases or invests in that product or service. Okay. So the clarity is what buyers need to hear. Think of it this way. Here are some examples for you. I see your problem. I understand your world. I know the path and I can get you there. Remember that person turning around, reaching their hand down, like I got you? That's what we're talking about. Show that you've been there. I call it the feel, felt, found effect, right? I understand how you feel. I felt the same way, but here's what I found out, right? So if somebody says to you, oh, I don't want to do that, that seems scammy. I heard that that was a scam. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way too, but here's what I found out. That when you show that you are educated in something and you are able to provide a clear solution to their objection, that is going to help you be able to overcome that objection, right? So again, that absolute confidence that you are the guide that will lead them to the success, that you have a proven process, that there's a clear roadmap. All of this is so important, right? So feel, felt, found, one of my favorites. Pillar number 2, certainty. If you doubt your value, you hesitate on price, or you question if it will work, your prospect feels that uncertainty and walks away. Certainty is magnetic. How do you build confidence and certainty? Again, you're very clear on what it is that you have to offer. People will purchase things and they don't even open them. They don't open courses, they don't open books, they don't do their due diligence, they don't thumb through the website, they don't look through their back office. It's really mind-blowing to me because the framework and the foundation is there in so many of these gold mines online that people are making thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. And all you have to do is plug in, watch a video, listen to one of the videos that you don't even have to watch. Some of them are just people speaking. It's really simple, right? But so many people want things handed to them. This is people will go to school and say, I have a master's degree. Well, you went to college for all those years and paid attention to get your degree. You can't pay attention to a 45-minute webinar. That's the difference, right? People want that instant gratification now. It's wild. So certainty builders, what causes certainty? What builds certainty? Case studies. That can be like stories showing how, like a testimonial, whether it's on video or whether it's written out. Social proof. I love social proof. You guys heard me before talk about take a screenshot. Somebody sends you a text message. You don't have to, you can block off their name, but they say, let's say you sell, health and wellness products or something. And they say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for all of your help. It's my second week on XYZ product and I've lost 3 pounds. I love how I feel. I have so much more energy. This product is fantastic. And then you're going to write back, oh, I'm so glad you like it. Let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. Screenshot that. You can cut off their name and post that because the screenshot is a great proof because it shows that you're not just typing out a testimonial, right? Your story, your authentic journey. People want to know, how did you get started? People love to see flashy cars and people making millions of dollars. But for most people, that's not realistic, right? The stay-at-home mom that barely ever, comes out of like their Lululemon outfit or their leggings or whatever is not going to care that somebody is driving a Mercedes and wearing Chanel all day long. That's not relatable to them. So they're going to relate better to the other stay-at-home mom that's got her hair in a bun, that's got toys all over the floor in her house, that can share her journey of how she started making money online during nap time. I know so many stay-at-home moms that have made a ton of money while their kids are napping because they took that 1 or 2 hours or whatever it was to learn a skill. It's all it takes. Another certainty builder is your positioning, how you present yourself across all platforms. If you are being goofy and a little bit like, um, like sticking your tongue out on pictures and videos, and then you're really trying to be super professional in what it is that you're pitching, that doesn't match, right? So you want to be very authentic to who you are. If you're goofy and funny and you're, just that's a silly personality and you like to make those silly TikTok videos, then stick with that, right? Because that's your audience. But you don't want to pretend to be somebody that you're not just by watching somebody else's videos and stuff, thinking that that's the answer. People can, they can sniff out inauthentic content very, very fast, right? So your consistent messaging is so important. This is consistent posting, repeated communication that reinforces your expertise and why you are the obvious choice in your market. Whatever it is that you're doing, if this could be on a local level, this could be on a national level, this could be with a particular product or service. And the transformation. How have you changed? Even if you're new and it's been a month, maybe you're in a course and you're learning how to create content. People are going to see that, first of all, in your content, right? How many of you put a one in the chat if you sucked at content when you started? Because we've all been there, right? It's a skill that you learn to get better. That's it. It's that simple. It's a skill that you learn, right? So there's a lot of people that out there that I have watched a huge transformation when they don't think, they think they're cringy, right? But their content's really good. Again, we're our own worst critics, right? They don't like seeing themselves on camera, don't like hearing your own voice in a camera or in an audio. But really, I can promise you, Jennifer from high school does not care what you look like and really doesn't care like what you're wearing. Nobody cares. Have you seen people online? Like anything goes, right? They want to know what's in it for me. Can you help me with a problem? Right? So that's where we're going with all of this. So again, your energy is going to speak volumes. You must show up as the mentor they want to become. So you need to have that authority, calm confidence, and that's where you're going to have people gravitate to you. People come to me with opportunities all the time. They come to me because they saw me online or they got a referral from somebody, because you will see clear and consistently for the last 20 years on social media, I have been a professional presence and there's never been any negativity, and I keep it real on social media. But it's fun, it's lighthearted, it's positive, right? So, I've shown my success through the years, but I've also shown when things don't work out, right? It is what it is. That's what happens in business, right? But people gravitate towards you because they feel connected and they feel like you can potentially help them with something that they need help with. And when you're able to convey that, people will come to you. Communication. Emotion drives decisions. Logic justifies them. So again, you want to speak to their hopes, dreams, and desires. Paint the picture of their transformed life. Make them feel what's possible before you explain how it works. So when your audience is laying in bed at night, what are their hopes, dreams, and desires? Chances are they're probably very similar to yours. Your ideal audience is who you were when you started, even if that was last week, right? So when they're laying in bed at night, are they thinking about buying a Range Rover, or are they thinking about how am I going to have Christmas gifts under the tree this year? Right? So I can promise you it's probably the latter. Okay. So speak to those hopes, dreams, and desires. If they could solve one problem today, what would that be? So when you borrow certainty from a proven framework, your income changes fast. It's just the way that it is. You try to reinvent the wheel or create your own, it's perfectly fine, but you're going to have that learning curve and it's going to take a lot longer. So what you've probably tried, all right, who sees something on the screen or all of them? I'd love to know. What have you seen on the screen that have you done it all? Posting more, exhausting yourself, no results. Adjusting prices, new funnels, new platforms, new scripts. None of it works without confidence and clarity. The foundation has to be solid first, right? So having that framework and that foundation is so important. All right. So a lot of businesses out there have the foundation and framework for you. All you have to do is invite or bring clients in or share the opportunity or whatever it is, right? And then if you want to create your own, you got to go get all of that yourself. And that's okay. We teach people how to build their own brand and their own business as well. But if you're newer and you just want to start making money, you want to plug into a system that is already built for you. That is the easiest way from point A to point B. Okay, so what actually changes everything? Leadership identity, stepping into the version of yourself. You guys have probably heard manifestation, right? And visualize your best self. Visualize yourself, 6 months from now. What do you want to see? Somebody who commands premium prices with ease. How's your messaging? You got to be crystal clear in your communication. Doing that instantly positions you as the obvious choice. You got to have that structure. And by that structure, you need to have somebody that holds you accountable, somebody that has a system for you to follow, and you need to have that commitment yourself to show up for yourself every single day. Confidence comes from doing, it doesn't come before. And everybody wants to shortcut that. Oh, when I just get a little bit more confidence, I'll reach out to so-and-so. It doesn't work that way. When you reach out to so-and-so, I promise you, you're going to be more confident. Having a community of supportive people that are doing the same thing that you're doing. People love community. It's one of the top things that people crave in this world is community and significance. I promise you, doing this will give you both. And, having the right systems. And this is where Burnout to Brilliance comes in. So this is the Burnout to Brilliance membership, and it's your path to high ticket clarity, confidence, and consistent income. Everything you need to transform your business model, positioning, and income, all in one comprehensive membership that supports you every step of the way. What you get inside, you get a full high ticket course with complete training modules covering mindset, messaging, sales, positioning, social media, branding, your brand message. Anything that you want to do to make money online is covered here. You get a private community of people that are doing the same thing. You get weekly accountability. You get live training sessions with yours truly every single week. We do deep dive workshops. We do all sorts of different strategies, social media, branding, confidence, clarity, how to position yourself, how to attract your ideal audience. All of that is done here. Templates and scripts. We do all that. You're going to have a ton of that in the course, actually. But, how to respond to your DMs, how to have the right copy to get people interested. And I do a lot of messaging audits with people in our program. I'm always available, by the way. So people in our program, they text me, hey, can you check this out? Or, hey, I just posted on TikTok. Can you go look at it and tell me what you think? And you know what I'll do is I'll share it. So I share it on my story. I share it out there. I repost it. I make sure that you're getting visibility because that's going to help you boost the algorithm as well. And you get a full powered CRM by Go High Level. Go High Level is a complete business automation system that's typically $297 a month. It's what really, honestly, so many businesses I know run on, and it does everything. You could literally get rid of any other membership that you have because Go High Level has it inside. ManyChat, JotForm, DigiSign, StanStore, Beacon, System.io, Salesforce, ClickFunnels, all of that is inside Go High Level. You even have a print on demand in there, right? So you can make t-shirts and hats and have a little store. Shopify, all of that is linked to that. Square, you can take payments, Square, Stripe. You can have an email sequence. All of that is in our course, and we actually teach you how to do that. We have modules in our course of exactly what to click on, where to put it, and what to put in there. It can't be any easier. And why the CRM matters is you have to have a way to organize who you're speaking to online. right? So we talked about sales funnels, email marketing, texting. You know, when you get those little text reminders and it's like, press one to confirm your appointment. That's all SMS texting. It's all done through a system like that. Calendar booking. If you have Calendly, you can have a link into Go High Level. All of that talks to each other. When you have programs that don't talk to each other, it's a disaster. It is a huge disaster. And honestly, it is complicated, a little bit complicated to learn a new system, sure, right? But as soon as you learn it, not complicated, right? If you're a healthcare worker, it's complicated to learn one of those systems that you have to plug your insurance into when people check in at the front desk. I mean, it's no different than that, right? So you've got those workflow automations. When you've got somebody that you're talking to in your DMs, how are you going to guarantee that you have everybody organized in one place? You can't. You're getting messages in TikTok, messages in Instagram, messages in Facebook. You're getting comments. Everything goes into Go High Level, even your comments. So everything goes to one place, and that is included with Burnout to Brilliance and your membership. So here's the investment. $97 monthly, you get everything that I mentioned, or you can do the annual plan, which is $997. This includes complete coaching, weekly coaching with me, professional sales coach of 25 years. I'm a keynote speaker on social media branding and confidence. Companies hire me and fly me out to their companies like Dell and Skills for Startups Global Tour. A lot of companies bring me out there to speak to on leadership and how to scale their business, how to make things easier so that you're not running around on a hamster wheel. I speak to small businesses, medium size, and large corporations. So this includes the complete coaching, your private community access, all the templates, ongoing support, and your full CRM for $97 a month. You can't even go on Go High Level's website because you're going to get it for $297 a month. And you get all the coaching, everything in one place. That's what's going to drive you to your success. I made this so affordable because my program is called Burnout to Brilliance. Most people that are on this webinar, I would assume, are a little burnt out. Whether you're tired of your job, put a 1 in the chat if you're burnt out. You're tired of your job, you're tired of your family, you're tired of your friends, you're tired of your life. You just want something new and you don't know how to pivot. And you're tired of beating your head against a wall to try to figure it out on your own. That's why I created this program. I have a book coming out in January with the same title. And the amount of people that come to me at the speaking events that I'm at, they're like, I love the title. They're like, I'm so burnt out and I don't know where to start. And so as a really successful real estate agent for so many years, I can tell you that I would think to myself, how do I get off this hamster wheel? I don't want to be at listing appointments till 9 o'clock at night. And I don't want to be driving in the cold. We lived in Connecticut at the time. And I don't want to be driving home 45 minutes when it starts snowing and I haven't eaten dinner and I'm starving and my phone's been ringing all day. Like, I don't want to live like that the rest of my life. The money is great. But when you have your sign in front yards all around and everyone loves working with you, how do you leave that? Right? Like, that's a hard thing. Like, you don't ever see a realtor retirement party. Why? Because they just fall out of the business. It's just one of those things that it runs you into the ground until you just stop doing it. So that's why I created this business. And I've been doing coaching for a long time, but speaking and working with people to help them get unstuck. So here's the value for you guys. This is an $8,000 program, right? And so this is kind of like the breakdown of it and what it would look like typically. But this investment pays for itself if you make one referral. And after that, it's just pure profit and transformation. So we do have an affiliate program. That's the good news. So if you don't have a product to sell and you're like, I don't know, the first thing that I would sell, you can sell my program. Very simple. I make this so simple so people that have not had success in the past can get the guidance that they need and have the right tools and the right funnel system to be able to succeed. So this is how it works. $50 a month to you per month per person that you refer to the monthly. Right? So that compounds over time. I do a weekly webinar like this every week. All you have to do is send them to the webinar. Would you like to watch? I invite you to a free webinar to learn a little bit more about making money online. I went and I'm so glad that I did. Here's the link. Simple. They come on this webinar and I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I think it's packed with value. Put a one in the chat if you think it's packed with value. And you earn $500 if you sell the yearly. So if they buy the $9.97 from you, or it'll be attached to your link. So even if you're not on the webinar, right? If you guide them to the webinar, everything is set up. You have your own affiliate link. So we know, the system knows, if you sent a referral and they come on here and they buy with the QR code, you're going to get paid. You could be out to dinner with your family. Oh my gosh, somebody just bought from the webinar. There's a webinar every week. So you can be promoting it every week. You don't even have to be on if you don't want to. So maybe they buy the yearly and they want to save $167. You're going to get $500. What I love about the monthly and the membership is that it's residual income. And I'm telling you, residual income is where it's at. Because if you don't have time to go live every day online, or you don't want to be constantly having to show up like on a live or doing a video, maybe you miss a day, maybe you're not feeling good, your residual income is coming in. And that builds over time. When people come into my program, they don't leave because it's that much value and they love the coaching and they love the community. So that's super important, right? It's the community, who you surround yourself with, and the product that you're able to refer to. So you can actually get paid to learn. Most coaching programs, I'm in like the high ticket coaching world, like where coaching programs are $25,000 and they're very high ticket. They're not affiliate. Those people don't operate that way, right? So here's how it works. If you do one annual referral, you say, you know what, will you send one person over? But if you send them to me and they had clicked your link, I'll close them for you. They're still going to get tracked to you. You're still going to get paid, right? So you send one referral, you're going to earn $500. That covers your membership for over 4 months. Listen, you guys heard me talk about get excited. If you're excited about being in the program and you're like, oh my God, I finally am getting traction on my reels. I'm finally getting DMs. I can't tell you the people. I had somebody crying on my coaching call today because I've changed her life. Do you know what that does to me? That is the purpose and the passion that I have for my business. That is living your purpose. And nothing feels better than that, right? So money is it's only a certain piece of it. It's the purpose. 2 referrals and your membership is completely free. And then if you do 10 monthly referrals, that's $500 a month recurring income while you're mastering how to do this. So you could be selling your own program. You can build your own program in here. You can build your own brand. That's what we teach you. Or if you just want to sell my program and make some money on the side, you can do that too. We make it really easy here. You are not in business. You're not in business alone here. That's for sure. So why this works? Because you're not just learning, you're implementing. You're supported and you're part of a system that's designed for success. Most courses ghost you after purchase. You buy the course and they think that they have given you everything that you need in order to be successful. And that's not the case, right? My first interaction with digital marketing was that this course said, post a reel on this, post a story on this. And I had people coming to me going, I don't even know what a reel is. And I was like, oh my goodness, right? There are people out there that just don't know, and that's okay. They don't know. I bet if I went to my mom, who's never been on social media, she's not going to know what a carousel, a story, or a reel is. She's not going to know what a valuable hook is. So I made a course called Standout Social, which you can also sell if you wanted to. I made that course. It's super beginner basic. Teaches you how to use CapCut, teleprompter, how to create recordings your first time, what to say, how to create scripts. All of those things are so important, especially if you want to keep up with the further behind that we all get when we're not keeping up every day. Already the race is like, we feel like every day there's something new, right? Like AI and everything. We've got to keep up and you've got to perfect your skills. Even if you say to yourself, oh, I'm not going to learn that, I don't need it. Trust me, don't get behind. If you're already there, then you're already behind. I would get on and just learn a new skill. This is more important. Learning social media and how to make money online and AI are going to be the most important things that you learn in 2026 and beyond. So important. The why, the how, all behind it, very, very important to understand. So what you get when you join our program is personalized offer audit. So if you have an offer, like if you have your own course or you have a program and you're like, no one's buying my coaching program, help me. I will absolutely go through it with you and help you perfect it so that you can get people into the program that you're offering. I've had people coming to me that are, they're a mindset coach, they are an AI coach, they have their own business, but they're not getting the traction that they were hoping for. You have live messaging. So, I mean, you can message me anytime. Seriously, I'll help you with whatever you need. You get high ticket scripts pack. So you get all sorts of DM sequences. You get discovery call frameworks, DM frameworks, objection handlers, how to speak to people in an actual conversation and with an understanding so that they feel seen and understood instead of talked at and sold. People don't like to be sold. They like to be helped. So, and you get the done for you funnel templates. That's huge. She's not on here tonight, but Donna does, everybody that's in my program knows who Donna is. She does a lot of the back office building of our funnels and our systems, and she is always there for your tech support. So if you have a problem and you're like, I don't understand how to link this to this and it's not working, she jumps right in and will help. So it's not just me. You're getting a team of true professionals. This is not like loosey goosey, just found me on TikTok, right? So some of the testimonials, Sarah was a coach. She started with courses, couldn't even get them sold, ended up selling $3,000 coaching packages. Marcus was a realtor. Oh my God. Like he had people that he'd show 50 houses to. Nobody would buy. And I had him just shift his mindset. And then Jennifer, she just needed like a system. Good at sales, not good at systems, needed to implement some sort of systemization to automate her business. And now she's got, I mean, she's well past $5,000 in clients. That's just like the first one. But you know, the progress and the success that people are seeing is huge. So who's Burnout to Brilliance for? Coaches and consultants, realtors, service providers, anyone burnt out on low ticket, bought courses. I had somebody that bought 10 courses. I'm like, good Lord, just invest in somebody that's going to help you and guide you and show you the way. Course creators, maybe you have an ebook. Maybe you just want to make a couple $100s a month with your $47 ebook. No problem. We'll craft a great offer and we'll get it out there so that you can drive traffic to it. Super simple. So with your transformation, what can you expect? You're going to have more confidence. Your value is going to radiate in your content, in your delivery, in your DMs, in your voice notes. You can have high ticket offers. If you want to build a premium package, we can help you do that. The point is you want to be able to generate substantial income that is going to move you forward, that's going to move the needle forward, right? Selling something one time a month that you just put all your heart and soul and went live 20 times is not going to move the needle for you. It's going to exhaust you, burn you out even more, and really discourage you. And that's not what we want. Proven systems, automations, and frameworks that make selling repeatable and scalable. Clarity, clear messaging, great positioning. You're going to be looked at as the expert in your market, right? You don't have to know everything. You just need to know a little bit more than the person that you're speaking to, and your delivery needs to be there. So communications that speaks to the transformation, not transactions, and 100% complete certainty that you deliver results and you deserve to be paid for it, right? And this can go again with any of those industries, services, or products that we talked about. So what's your next move? Well, you're one decision away from becoming the person who closes with confidence. Every successful entrepreneur you admire made this exact choice at some point to invest in themselves, to get support, and to step into their premium identity. This is your moment and your chance to do this. So I'd love for you to join the Burnout to Brilliance community. You can do $97 a month. It is monthly. There is no contract. Nobody leaves. I'm going to be really clear on that. People love the program because I pack it with so much value. People want to stay, right? So, or you can do the yearly at $9.97. So we have such an amazing community. Everybody's so super supportive, and your future self is waiting. So we've got a QR code there. If you scan the QR code, you can get right to the page. I will have it again on another screen. But really, guys, I really want to be very crystal clear that I am your cheerleader. You're not starting over. You failed forward. If you feel like you failed forward, right? So it is a learning process, and it is necessary for you to get what you want down the road, right? And I just did a talk a couple days ago. We're not all where we want to be, right? Nobody says, "Oh my gosh, I'm exactly where I want to be. I'm just going to park it here and camp out here for the rest of my life." Right? We all have hopes and dreams and desires, right? So this is all part of the journey. So, this exhaustion, beating your head against a wall, maybe being financially strapped, it's preparing you for the next level. You have the experience, you have the expertise. Now you're going to have the clarity, confidence, and systems to finally have that breakthrough. The only thing standing between you and consistent sales is the decision to begin, right? And that limiting belief and that mindset that's keeping you stuck. So make that shift today. Come join us and stop playing small and start closing, right? You can have a totally different life a month from now. There are people that came and joined me in certain digital marketing things that I do and digital products. I have somebody that literally had to borrow $374 to get into a program that I offer, made $27,000 their first month. So when people want it bad enough, they'll do it, right? So when you're an affiliate, you have the ability to earn while you learn. And most people earn their investment back. It's not that hard to make a recommendation to something with this much value. You can just even invite them to the webinar, and they can come to this webinar. If you thought it was good, this is what they're going to get. And most people at that price click and sign up, right? So you have so much opportunity here. There is so much to be grateful for. And I'm really grateful that all of you joined us tonight. I really want to thank you for being here. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me or the person that recommended that you come to this webinar. And if you are interested in joining, scan the QR code, pick your membership, and let us know if you have any questions. I'm, again, happy that you're here, and I would love to see you in our community. So thank you for joining us, everybody.